Cybersecurity trends pave new paths for legal professionals to protect our digital world. Hello, everyone. I'm your host, Dalvinder Kaur from Lovely Professional University. Get ready to dive into today's topic, that is current trends in cybersecurity and opportunities for legal professionals. Before we proceed further, allow me to introduce the experts of the day. Dr. Prashant Korene, CEO, Second Quadrant Consulting Solutions, Mumbai. With over 25 years of a diverse experience in entrepreneurship, leadership, and cybersecurity, with a wealth of certification and expertise in regulatory compliance, including ISO standards and PCI DSS. So I would like to introduce Mr. Sunil Kumar, Assistant Professor and COG, School of Law, LPU, an accomplished educator and mentor with over a decade of experience in shaping the legal mind of tomorrow. As head of the department at LPU and assistant professor at the University of Delhi, they have empowered countless law students to chart their career paths and excel as responsible legal professionals with a background in prestigious research fellowship and more. So I would like to introduce an alumni also in this webinar, Dr. Navpreet Kaur, School of Law, LPU, with expertise in labor laws and offenses against children. Dr. Kaur is dedicated to addressing critical issues facing society today. She brings extensive experience and insights to the discussion. So I would like to introduce the admission nominee also in this webinar, Mr. Bhushan Sareen, Assistant Director at the Department of TIEPS, leading the East 1 region with his expertise in forging partnership and career counseling. Before we proceed further in today's session, I would like to request everyone, for any question you can write in the chat box or in the Q&A box, and same will be addressed from my side in the end of this webinar. So now I hand over the things to Dr. Prashant Ji, and it would be an absolute delight to listen from him. Over to you, sir. Kindly unmute yourself first. Thank you.
Hello, good afternoon, everyone, and thank you so much for this lovely introduction. And happy Ram Navami to all of you. As we celebrate the auspicious occasion of Ram Navami, let me have this privilege of opening up this session for all of you. So the topic for today is that the current trends in cybersecurity, as all of us understand that cybersecurity has taken the world by storm in the last, if you look at the trend in the last 10 to 15 years, cyber crimes are growing annually. So when this topic came to me, I was keen to talk to students because I see a lot of opportunity for the legal professionals in the field of cybercrime, right? Because I am a cybercrime practitioner for last so many years, and in the future also in the next 10 years, I am going to practice in technology law. And that is where I keep promoting technology law and these trends in cybersecurity in most of the webinars or the talks that I host. So let me open my presentation and we'll go through it. Yeah, is my screen visible to everyone?
Yes, visible. You can continue.
Okay. So this is already done, so let's not waste on time. So let's understand what is cybercrime, right? Though most of us have understood this term or we keep reading about cybercrime. But cybercrime primarily is that whenever the hackers, I mean, people with malicious intent, as we call them in security, they are using some kind of a technology tool to get the information, and then they can use the information. So it involves a computer. I'm not going to read through the slides because we are short of time. I'll just try and explain the slides and you can read the slides once I share them. So cybercrime can be carried out from anywhere. If you look at how were the wars fought in the olden era, uh, the armies were facing each other, right? I mean, in case of Mahabharata also, Kauravas and Pandavas fought that war for 18 days on a battle, right? If you look at cyber security and cyber crime now, there is no battle. I mean, you can attack a power plant in Pakistan sitting here in Mumbai, right? And same they can do it. That is why it has become very scary for all of us, because the enemies are not to be supposed in front of you. They can be anywhere. So as we are vulnerable, so they are, right? That is where it becomes very scary. So your data center can be attacked. There can be a theft of information. There could be child pornography through hacking. Then online transaction frauds we hear every day, right? We get uh, n number of calls from police department that there is a crime and can you help us? Then internet is used by everyone. That is where the crimes are growing every day. Yeah. So, Sunilji, you want to comment on this, or shall I continue?
Yes, sir,
Yes,
please continue.
am I audible?
Yeah, you are audible.
Deep
Yeah.
Namaskar, sir. Right. I give warm greetings to everyone on the panel. And as Dr. Prashant sir has rightly observed, that we live in an age where the threat is looming large in the cyber virtual world, right? And that threat is very real. It is very close to us. So as sir was giving an example that we are sitting in Mumbai and then we can breach the security apparatus of a power plant in Pakistan. We have incidents already reported in places like Japan or in several other places. Several years back, there was a subway attack in Japan, and some poisonous gas was also used. But technology was behind that attack. And recently, if you are reading news every day, I mean, you can observe the drone attacks which have been carried out by Iran against Israel, and the next warfare. It is we are already looking at the future of the warfare. So the rules are of the battle, the rules of the war is changing. We were referring to Mahabharata age as sir was pointing out. So that was also a battle of great giants at that point of time, great warriors in their own right. And you see, violence and wars have been part of the history in one way or the other. And the future poses a threat, not just to the territorial, to the extent that the technology has infiltrated deep into our private lives. We cannot imagine a mobile phone telephony aspect. So, alongside these threats are very real, whether we talk about the proliferation of child pornography, data theft, phishing, there are several examples one can go on. And I'm sure the audience is to some extent aware about these kind of threats, which are already very much alive. In the corona phase specifically, we were very much alarmed because during the corona phase, there was a 300%, as per a UN estimate, United Nations estimate, there was a more than 350% jump in the cyber which were committed, and more than 70%, money laundering, and there are different kind of card theft, data theft, and identity theft. So what we are juggling with multiple issues and problems, and we are struggling to build a workforce to counter the same. Now, how we have to counter these threats is something which is important for us to understand. Now, we can do this by understanding what is the threat. Whom does this threat affect? Is it affecting an organization? Is it affecting an individual? What is the extent of the threat? Threat is such large sometimes that it can actually cripple the system for many hours, many days. So a lot of the productive work hour is lost, obviously causing loss to economy as well. Second question, obvious question, which we must ask is that how we gear up the response to these systems. So in gearing up a response, I believe it has to be a multi-pronged strategy. I'm sure Madam will also agree. Madam Napreet, you agree that what should be the strategy? I just think that it should be on multiple channels. I mean, we cannot have one single strategy to counter these threats, which is very real.
Yes, sir.
still, sir, thousands of children and women are daily facing the issues. I'm audible, sir?
You're audible, ma'am. You're audible. Please speak a bit loudly, that's all.
Sir, daily, yes, sir. Sir, daily lot of the women and children are also facing the cyber crimes. Because main reason we have a no proper mechanism to deal with these kind of cases. So most of the time, the authorities give their proper concentration on the security issues, but not on the women and children. So, sir, what's opinion of the Prashant, sir?
Yeah,
So,
that is right
Dr.
because
Napri, ma'am, can you tell us? I mean, I just wanted your perspective because being a woman,
Yes, sir.
how secure you feel on the like web space? Like sometimes when you are scrolling or browsing web, how secure you feel?
Sir, I think it should depend upon the knowledge. If you are aware about the technology, how to use it, then no one can use of you. Uh, Daily, we have seen lot of cases, even fake profile cases. Now these days are famous. So the peoples are creating fake images of the women to destroy the dignity of the woman. So might be we need a awareness about it.
Now we see that's a very important point. I think you said that we need awareness.
Yes, sir.
But the challenge comes that the kind of I was watching one parent and the child was constantly troubling the parents and demanding attention. Now the parents did something. I saw this in a mall, and probably this is a very commonplace phenomenon. The parents gave the child a mobile phone. They said that you just watch this mobile phone, and maybe it's a distraction for the child. The point is, to my mind, it struck me that what they have done, they have not given the mobile phone to the child. What they have done is they have withdrawn. They have withdrawn from what should be a dialogue, where they could have involved themselves as a parent. So they
Sir,
have
even
just given
small
that
children are making videos on
responsibility
the
to the
YouTube.
mobile phone.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
you you
Mobile
you
phone.
understand what I'm trying to say?
yeah, I'll
Yes,
give
sir.
you one more example on this. Recently, on a Sunday evening, I think a few months back, I got a call. Somebody was speaking from Pune, and that guy told me that one of his friend's daughter was trying to order a pizza on a Sunday evening, and she wanted to have a pizza, and she was, I think, 12 years old, or 8 or 9th standard. And the father handed over the phone to her. She called up the pizza outlet, and the guy told her, "Ma'am, I'm sending you a link. Can you please send it? And there is an OTP." So the link that she clicked for pizza, ordering pizza, that was a fake website, right? And not many children or even the parents would understand that whenever you open a website for ordering something, first three, four websites are mostly fake websites. Unless you identify it's a legitimate website, you should not click on that link, right? And that guy kept asking the OTP for three, four times, and she kept giving. And every time she was sharing the OTP, 10,000, 20,000 was getting deducted from his account. That guy had 80,000 in his account, and 70,000 were stolen in the span of 15 to 20 minutes from his account. Unfortunately, I got the call on Monday. So I told him cyber crime is just like an accident. So if, as they say, it's an golden hour, right? So if you get the blood or the treatment for the patient in the first 1 hour to 90 minutes, uh, chances of recovery of a patient or saving him are more, as the doctors also say that. Same is with cyber crimes also, right? Because the hacker is not going to store that money in his bank account, right? He's going to spend that in minutes. Once we got hold of a hacker in Jharkhand, we told the police in Mumbai also, right? Where is he sitting? They plainly told us, who will go there, sir? Who will go there? And in the span of minutes, he had taken the money on his in his Paytm account, and from Paytm he already had spent that money on his insurance premium. He was that smart, and he was chatting also. So because he knew that he is not going to get caught. At the most, what we could do is that we reported that crime to Paytm, and they seized that phone number. But he will buy one more SIM card by showing someone else's Aadhaar card, and he will do the same crime with some other number, right? So it will continue. So that is how it happens.
Yes, definitely. I think, sir, you have really pointed out that we have to catch that golden hour. And yes, I mean, look at the we come across case scenarios where there this government official and he was in a very sensitive department posting and intelligence agencies, and then he is he falls into this honey trap. I think that is perhaps
Yes,
also one very common
Yeah, that is one of
phenomena
the
which is
most
becoming.
common
yes,
cybercrime
And
happening in the
because
last few
you
years.
Yes, definitely, definitely. So in this honey trap scenario, they initially the amount demand which they demand may be very small, but when as the customer is consumed in the conversation and that he's lured in a way into this honey trap, then the demand will keep rising. And so this is the, I think, peculiar modus operandi of these fraudsters who are operating and using this technology to do it. And by the time they get noticed, or by the time they report the matter, sometimes they don't report. Sometimes out of social stigma, shame,
yes, sir.
they don't report the crime also. That's also
Mostly
a
women.
phenomena.
Yes, sir.
But as sir is saying that we have to catch the golden hour. So it's important that we reach out to the necessary agencies in time. Now, sir, I think one very important part which you said, ki wahan kaun jayega. So that's a
Hmm.
very lethargic attitude, and
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
that's a very problem scenario. So is our, because you are directly, I think, on a daily basis dealing with such problems in the field. So I mean, is the cyber security awareness or the seriousness of the crime, is it really there, that awareness is there with the police personnel, or what is lacking?
I will tell you. I mean, I am doing the training for police departments in Goa, also in Maharashtra, also many times. So there are certain labs which are well equipped. Having said that, to decipher a cyber crime, it is not just like our IPC or CRPC, right? It requires a different kind of a competence altogether, and that is where we feel even if your lab can be sometimes state of the art, but the people who are handling those labs, if they are not competent enough, I mean, I can say this on a recorded session also, that competency and sometimes intent of the person behind deciphering the fraud is what most the obstacle is, right? Number two is that police department is already under too much of pressure because अ, आपका अगर ट्रेन में पॉकेट भी मारा गया तो आप पुलिस के पास ही जाओगे, आपका बैंक अकाउंट से पैसा भी गया तो विल गो टू द पुलिस, राइट? So how much of competence and bandwidth they will create. So we try and do it for police departments. The other thing is that they do not have the budgets. Let's admit this. Budgeting is an issue. For example, what happens if I get some call from a police and I tell them who is going to bear the expenses because I may need to travel, I may need to do some forensics, I may have to dig the call records, right? So it's not that easy. I require somebody's letter to record somebody's call or get the records from the telecom department. सो व्हाट दे सेज दैट सर आपको ना वो उनसे ही पैसा लेना पड़ेगा जिनका केस है। वो उनको बोलता है ये तो मतलब जले पे नमक छिड़कने जैसा हो गया कि वो बेचारे का 1 लाख रुपए ऑलरेडी अकाउंट से गया है और आप बोलो कि आप उसी को फीस चार्ज करो। सो मोस्ट ऑफ द टाइम दिस काइंड ऑफ सुनील जी, दिस काइंड ऑफ cases become pro bono for us. I mean, it's more of a social service than earning, and we don't charge anything to the police also. Even when we train, we say that
Right.
it's, yeah, you just do the accommodation and otherwise we'll manage everything if it's outstation. So we spend a lot of money on that because we can't ask them money because they are already doing a lot of social service. So that is one of the obstacles, competence. Because, for example, we trained 125 people batch in Mumbai a couple of years ago, and they were very interested people in cybercrime, right? And they were very smart also. Then 3 4 months when we got in touch with them, most of them were transferred to some other department. Someone was transferred to traffic department. So the new person who comes, he may not have that interest or competence because that system works in that fashion. We can't do that. We can't do much to change the system. So that is one of the biggest obstacles we face when we deal with such kind of cases.
Right, definitely, sir. I think
Yeah,
that is certainly an obstacle because
yeah,
we need to understand that we need to have dedicated trained personnel,
yeah.
and they should not be transferred at the whim and fancy, and rather they should be left untouched, because as time passes by, this kind of crimes are certainly going to register a great increase. And if we are really serious to curb it and check it, we need to also have the apparatus. Like you said, that we don't have the tools or sometimes to track and the training. So perhaps we need more budget allocation for this. So that can be a policy recommendation, which I'm sure at an appropriate forum we can give and we must give. So that is one part. But talking about the threat to the children, particularly from cyber crimes, how does it really affect the children? Naprit ma'am, can you illustrate something on that?
Yes, sir. Sir, first of all, the children are not aware how to use it, and parents are also. They are not perform their duties in a small age, even a 1 or 2 years. They have started giving phone to their childrens. So parents, I think parents' responsibility would be prevail over there if their child is affected with any kind of cyber crime, because they want that this is a easy to handle the child, rather than give their more time to child in a sports activities or others. They give their child their phone for using the games, mobile games. So it will also create effect on their mental health, not only on the study but also on the mental health of the children.
Something like in the curriculum, like
Yes,
we
sir.
talk about like education of, there's a lot of experimentation which goes on with education. So do you also
So they will
suggest
get
some kind
on
of
social
awareness
media.
at
We
the
are seeing the
curriculum
news
or
of
at some
children.
early stage for children?
Yes, sir. Proceed, please proceed.
Naprit ma'am, what I'm saying is, do you also suggest some kind of change in the cyber awareness?
Yes, sir. First of all, need to aware the parents, because children responsibility would be start from their parents.
Right,
I
right.
think so. So next is the schools
I think
responsibility also
definitely,
play.
ma'am, I think that parent-teacher meeting can be a very good point of contact, because parent-teacher meeting is something which takes place in every school almost, and
Yes.
on a monthly basis or some basis. So, but if the administration brings it as a as a principle that we have to address this particular issue and make the parents aware, and they can be made aware about the effects, the pitfalls.
सुनील सर, ऐसे कितने बच्चे होंगे, स्पेशली फर्स्ट टू 10th स्टैंडर्ड दीज डेज, जो बगैर मोबाइल के खाना नहीं खा सकते.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely,
Exactly.
This is
absolutely,
the
sir.
Exactly.
most common
Correct.
complaint I get from all the parents. So कि हमारा बच्चा बगैर मोबाइल के खाना नहीं खाता है. So if you are giving him the tool at the age of 2.5 to 3 years, then what do we expect from the parents as well? Because the child is not under their control.
यस सर, टोटली एग्री विद यू, क्योंकि मेरे, मैं भी ऐड करना चाहूंगी क्योंकि ये पॉइंट पे मुझे बड़ा अच्छा लगा. ब्रदर की डॉटर को मैं देखती हूँ, वो ऑल द टाइम, मतलब उसको मोबाइल चाहिए तो उसका एक एक बाइट अंदर जा रहा है. मतलब दिस इज, आई
Exactly.
मीन,
Yeah,
आई
yeah,
एम रियली शॉक टू सी ऑल दिस. यू कैन कंटिन्यू, थैंक
yeah,
यू.
yeah,
Definitely,
yeah. So
I think
these
that's
are,
a very interesting. Definitely, बिल्कुल
yes,
सही
sir.
कहा सर आपने. और आई थिंक ये हमारी एक ऐसी समस्या है कि जिससे हम वी आर ऑन ए वॉर फ्रंट. आई थिंक ऑन एवरी फ्रंट वी आर डीलिंग विद दिस सिचुएशन. It is affecting our security. It is affecting our social fabric. It in domestic lives are ruined. We don't have the opportunity to have a constructive dialogue with the child or interact with the child. अगर child का mind पहले से ही पूरा इतना involved है मोबाइल फोन में, तो हम क्या क्रिएटिव चीजें उसे सिखा पाएंगे? व्हाट विल वी रियली ग्रूम हिम? क्या एथिक्स सिखा पाएंगे? आई थिंक ये बहुत बड़ी स्ट्रगल है,
Yeah.
और इस सब के लिए हमें कुछ ना कुछ अपने अवेयरनेस को.
And the second thing is that now we are talking of children, right? But I have seen even the most educated people prey to cyber crimes. I mean, it's quite possible that my EA Kanopatra can fall prey to cyber crime vis-a-vis my maid because she has no money in her account, right? And she knows how to protect it because she will keep all cash. We use card. I have seen my son using GPay for paying a pani puri wala. That means how much are you exposed to internet, right? That is what I keep telling him. Even he goes to buy some subjis, he will use 50, 60 rupees, 100 rupees through GPay. So that is what we say, that we should not use cash, but how much vulnerable we are, that is because of we are exposed to internet 24/7. So if you look at my screen, these are some of the cyber crimes. These are very popular, and we decipher many of them. Hacking is, everyone knows, right, how it happens. Then virus can be injected in a corporate environment also. Then pornographic crime for children and for young generation, this has become very common.
Yes.
I can tell you one incident. Most other times क्या होता है ना कि if I am doing a cyber talk in colleges, in the break, one girl along with her friend will walk up to me because she's not able to open up in front of the other friends and the professors, right? So the moment they came in, looking at her body language, I can make out something has happened. Sunilji, if I have 5 minutes, I can tell this incident because this is very important to understand.
Sir, please go ahead. Please
Yeah,
go ahead.
because
Please.
if you are in a denial mode all the time, you cannot come up with a solution. So what happened, this girl, I think she was MCA or first year or second year, and she wanted to pursue career in cybercrime. So within in the tea break, she walks up to me and says, "Sir, I want to talk to you." I told her yes. So she was about to get married in the next few months. The guy was a localite guy, and what had happened actually is that she was into an affair with some other person, and that guy started threatening her. Now, incidentally, what had happened is that whenever they used to go for some outing, for picnic or roaming around for movies, every time the guy used to tell her that मेरे कैमरे का डीपी तेरे वो क्या है ना, ज्यादा अच्छा मेरा कैमरा मोबाइल का है. सो ही यूज टू टेक ऑल द फोटोग्राफ्स, सेल्फीज भी है तो सब उसके कैमरा में, इसके पास कुछ भी नहीं है. एंड शी वॉज अंडर कॉन्स्टेंट थ्रेट दैट ये अगर मेरे घर पे पता चल गया, क्योंकि इस कॉन्स्टेंटली वो मुझे परेशान कर रहा है, तो आई टोल्ड हर इन द फर्स्ट प्लेस यू नीड टू टेक योर वुड बी हस्बैंड इन कॉन्फिडेंस. उसने बोला सर मेरे पापा को पता चलेगा ना तो मेरा भाई और मेरे पापा तो मुझे मार डालेंगे या मतलब घर से भगा देंगे, कुछ तो हो जाएगा. सो आई टोल्ड बेटा इतना डरने की जरूरत नहीं है. आप मेरी आपके पापा से एक बार बात करा दो, उनको सेमिनार के बाद में यहाँ पे बुला लो, 4:30 विल बी फ्री, अराउंड 5 o'clock कॉल देम फॉर अ टी ब्रेक, विल हैव अ चैट विद देम. तो उनकी मम्मी जी तो आई नहीं, बट हिज फादर केम. सो आई टोल्ड हिम कि मैं भी आपकी उम्र का ही हूँ और मुझे भी ऐसे ही उम्र की एक बेटी है, एंड आई ऑल्सो एनकाउंटर्ड वन इंसिडेंट विथ माई डॉटर ऑल्सो. दैट इज वेयर आई हैव प्रोएक्टिवली कम इनटू दिस फील्ड एंड स्टार्टेड प्रमोट दिस प्रमोशन दैट अदर पेरेंट्स शुड नॉट सफर. सो मैंने उनको बोला कि ऐसा ऐसा हुआ है, दिस कैन हैपन विथ एनी वन, राइट. मतलब आपका अफेयर हो जाना, आपकी फ्रेंडशिप हो जाना, क्लोज होना, ये बहुत कॉमन हो गया. वी कैंट डिनाई नाउ, एवरीबडी इज इन दैट मोड. भी और इंटरनेट में सब सब कुछ खुला मिलता है, तो आप किसी को अभी रोक नहीं सकते. तो मैंने उनको बोला कि इसका भी है, और आप इसको अगर आप परेशान करोगे तो इसके आगे की जिंदगी खराब हो जाएगी. सो इफ यू अलाउ मी विथ योर परमिशन, विथ योर कंसेंट, आई वुड लाइक टू टॉक टू हर वुड बी हस्बैंड. आप परमिशन देते हो तो, बिकॉज इज अ लोकलाइट, तो आज नहीं तो कल उसको पता चल जाएगा. तो बहुत सारे फ्रेंड भी उनके कॉमन है. तो उन्होंने डिनाई कर दिया कि नहीं नहीं, वो तो शादी तोड़ देंगे, अभी तो क्या सगाई भी हो गई है, ऐसा है वैसा है, सब पत्रिका बट रही है. तो मैंने उनको बोला कि ऐसा है भाई साहब कि अगर शादी के बाद ये अगर पता चला तो दैट कुड बी अ डिजास्टर, राइट. और वो बंदा अभी परेशान कर रहा है, हो सकता है कि शादी के बाद में वो ज्यादा रिवेंजफुल मोड में अगर आ गया तो ज्यादा परेशान कर सकता है. ही मे रीच आउट टू हर हस्बैंड ऑल्सो, बिकॉज इट्स अ स्मॉल प्लेस एंड एवरीबडी नोज एवरीवन. इट्स नॉट अ प्लेस लाइक मुंबई जहाँ पे आपको आपका मतलब नेबर भी पता नहीं है. सो थोड़ा रिलक्टेंट मोड में जाके उन्होंने हाँ बोला. देन आई डायरेक्टली कॉल्ड अप दैट गाय कि ऐसा ऐसा है. लकीली दैट गाय वाज वेरी स्पोर्टिंग. उसने बोला कि सर मेरी भी ना गर्लफ्रेंड थी, मेरा भी उसके साथ शादी नहीं नहीं हो पाए, तो लड़का परेशान करेगा, आप टेंशन मत लेना, आई अंडरस्टैंड दिस कैन हैपन. और सो अगर ये वो थ्रेट मोड में रहती थी तो क्या होता था, शी वाज इन डिनायल मोड कि मैं क्यों बताऊं क्यों बताऊं क्यों बताऊं. सो दैट इज वेयर I do a lot of parents meetings also in colleges because I teach cybersecurity in multiple colleges in Mumbai. So there I tell the parent the same thing, that anything happens, you should be the first person able to protect your child for cyber crime. Otherwise, police वाले भी परेशान करते. Uh, I should not say this, but I have encountered this for my own daughter. कि आपके बेटी ने नंबर क्यों दिया उस लड़के को. That is what the हवालदार was asking me in the police station. I told him बस नंबर शेयर करना कोई क्राइम है क्या? हाँ.
Yes sir, exactly same incident happened with my friend also. तो उनको डिटेक्ट भी हो गया पुलिस वालों को कि वो लड़का कौन था. इवन दे
Yeah.
इंसिस्ट द गर्ल कि आप कॉम्प्रोमाइज कर लो, यू आर लाइक माई सिस्टर डेट्स. तो वो पुलिस
Exactly.
वाले खुद इंसिस्ट करते हैं कि आप कॉम्प्रोमाइज कर लो, काम
Yes.
खत्म, मतलब हमारा काम भी खत्म हो जाए.
So denial of parents is in terms of pornographic crime or child crime. ये that's an alarming situation. They should accept the fact.
Definitely, definitely, sir. I think this incident which you have just revealed, it tells us that first of all, as a society, sometimes, and most of the time, we are in denial mode, maybe due to some, threat of social stigma, fear of social stigma. But I think this denial mode must not be there, because if we are looking at an aware society as a responsible society, and if it has to come from the society itself, then it will be good rather than things being imposed. I mean, law has its own limits, right? So law has its own limits. Law cannot be there at every, for every action cannot be regulated by law. There has to be some responsible action which has to come from the side of the citizens itself. So I think efforts like these, like what sir is taking, the awareness session, and I think the informal mode is there better, because in formal context, the people are restrained due to multiple factors. And in small towns, this fear of social stigma is even high, like compared to metropolitans like Delhi or Mumbai, where people can, there are so many people. You may be anonymous, or you may not care so much about such things. So I think that is something which we must inculcate as a practice, and those awareness session. And we are looking at mediation. Sometimes we look at mediation. Prashant
Right.
sir, do you also think that mediation is a format which the countrywide we are experimenting? Do you think that can work in these contexts also here?
See, yeah, mediation will definitely work, but mediation has to work. For that, the awareness amongst everyone has to enhance, right? Because people do not even know whom to approach. That is one of the challenges again. Even cybercrime or such incidents happen, people should not be shying away from that.
Right, definitely. So I think, and wherever there is some genuine harm which is done, let's say it is in terms of monetary loss because of some online fraud or identity theft, your reputation,
Yeah.
and you have been defamed online. And by the way, I was just looking at a lot of literature on this, and I came across that, there is so much of stalking, there is so much of trolling,
Yeah, yeah, absolutely,
that
absolutely.
and it is so bad that even women and well-known personalities, even they are not spared. I mean, for them it's a daily routine, there's so much of abuse online, and there's so much of trolling, threats of multiple kinds. So we don't have that kind of police force to really go after everyone. So the solution could be to just remove them from the system, those kind of comments. And even the Chief Justice of India remarked recently somewhere, and at a forum, he said that he was also being trolled. And he said this even while interacting with some people in US. So trolling is a very it is a threatening phenomena,
Yeah, yeah.
and I think there should be some some kind of a software perhaps in future, which we may look at to check trolling, or which can be automatically removed, or some kind of thing. Is there something like that available, Prashant sir,
Yeah,
industry?
I mean, there are companies that are working on this, and that is my second agenda for discussion today. That now how law uh, can help such people, right? So number one is that we should understand that this can happen with anyone. So firstly, the acceptance mode with the person who is a victim, right? Just like any other crime. Number two, as of now, where to approach for help. So sometimes counseling may help. Now, sometimes RBI says that if you report the crime within say 48 hours, the ombuds go to the ombudsman, they might refund the money. In many other times, the hacker can be caught. So that is where I feel the legal professionals like us should enter into the arena which is called as technology law, because my own recommendation or experience says that humanly it's not possible, because cyber stalking, how will you if you do not have a tool, how will you stop it, right? That means you have to have some tool, some kind of technology behind it, where that can be used to at least filter out. For example, I may have a tool which may I install, and I say that if this is the comment, then drop it, just like a firewall, right? So that
Right,
is
जैसे
where I
कुछ,
feel
हाँ, antivirus, something like antivirus.
some kind of a tool which drops automatically, right? And then awareness about those tools. That is where I feel artificial intelligence is going to be help a lot of legal professionals. Now, my other submission, I know everybody is in the legal domain, and knowledge of technology within the legal professionals, I still feel it's a very at a very nascent stage. Not many lawyers, even who practice at the highest levels, I have not seen them using technology as much as they can, right? That is one of my submissions, and I keep promoting this because it may make things easy for you. Now, nobody writes a petition, right? It's available on Google. You, if you use to that chat GPT, आपको कुछ नहीं करना है. So why are you telling your intern to write a 50-page petition for his internship, right? So anything which is readily available, use it. Then ask him to use intelligence in applying the clauses or the sections of the relevant act, which is where he will apply his brain, right? So why there is a need of practicing cyber law? Because cyber law, in my opinion, is the field which is required for all professionals, because cyber crimes are growing phenomenally 20-25% globally, and there is nobody to help them, or there are very few people who understand this. Even in IPR, there are many such incidents coming up where I get so many requests that can you dig further into this? Does it fall into the purview of IPR or some kind of a cyber? So
Definitely, sir. Definitely. I think very rightly pointed out that the time is right for lawyers to take it upon themselves. And I think the future aspiring lawyers can certainly look for great opportunities in this field, provided they show the interest. And I believe even the law firms now previously used to have a separate, civil and criminal, traditionally civil,
yeah,
criminal, property matters only. They used to to these matters, but now they have started incorporating this as a separate segment, practice segment, as a law practice segment, technology laws or cyber threats. So they reputed law firms are now working on this. So they are always on the lookout for someone who is aware of IT laws, of the legal provisions, and also its deleterious effect on the society. And as sir has pointed out that these opportunities are going to rise and the awareness is less. So if you catch this opportunity, I'm sure you can not only help the society be free from these kind of threats, but you will also make a great career out of it. There are not many cyber law experts, as in good practice lawyers, cyber law practice lawyers. So if you can just work in that direction, then there will be a time where you can make a space for yourself. And you look at the companies like Flipkart, Google, WhatsApp, platforms abide by certain government regulations. So as a lawyer, you can not only help the agencies and these corporate entities to ensure that the compliance work is done properly, because a lot of compliance is now going to come into the picture, where they have to abide by certain guidelines in maintaining data content, regulating the content, and in case of objectionable content, the timeline is also now there, where they have to take down the objectionable content if brought to the notice of the government within certain time limit. So those sort of things that sort of type of thing is certainly there, which is coming. Apart from this, I think the IPR law is going to expand. So like online trademark infringement is something which is very common. So I think as sir was pointing out, IPR issues and reputation. So loss of reputation and defamation online, these two areas I think are bound to increase. I think
Yeah.
as I
One
have
more addition to is, yeah, one more addition from my side is that now if you look at the startups, they all need somebody who can help them legally also, because they cannot hire maybe a very high profile lawyer. So in such case, if there are people, there are students who know technology and they're legal professionals, so that is going to be a deadly combination. So knowledge of law. Number three area which in India is picking up is as privacy laws. So I have recently taken one session for one bar association in Mumbai when this Data Privacy Act was getting rolled out in India. And many of the lawyers were not even aware of the privacy laws that are coming up in India, right? And that is where I told him this is a big area that is like get out of your land laws. I mean, that is your bread and butter. But if you really want to come into uh, legal fraternity with this technology, then data privacy, these are huge areas you can make your career out of it. Data privacy is definitely picking up, and the next 10, 15 years, there will be a need for lawyers who know privacy laws, who know technology laws, who know how to use ChatGPT for their own usage, who know how AI can be used for their own profession and for deciphering the frauds also. One of my batchmates from National Law School, he's starting his own AI company for legal professionals. Once that work progresses, I reach out to Mr. Sunil, and you can have a look at how beautiful tool we are developing there.
Right, right. Please, sir, do let us know, and it will be great to collaborate further. I think that's a wonderful work you have started in this direction. And I think that is the way, as you rightly said, that to encash this opportunity, I think the world is an open, it's an oyster for these young professionals. And if they really take it upon themselves, and there are so many dimensions coming up. So I think any aspect which we have left, Madam Napri, any idea, anything which we are leaving? Because if we'll proceed to conclude, then
No, sir. No.
anything else?
No, sir.
I think this is great. I think sir has
Yes, sir.
already made a very nice
Yes,
distinction here. Consulting firms, and on the slides we can see dispute resolution, litigation, or multiple kinds, academia, research institutions. So I think the world is opening up for cyber laws. Right. I think that's great.
I mean, वो जो बोलते हैं ना थोड़ा आउट ऑफ द बॉक्स लॉयर्स को थोड़ा सोचना पड़ेगा.
सोचना पड़ेगा. हाँ, सोचना पड़ेगा. मतलब वो नहीं होता कि मैंने वही डॉरी मैटर लेना है, वही
हाँ हाँ
डाइवोर्स मैटर, और वो
बस
तो
बस
रहेगा.
वो तो एक साइड में
लेकिन
चलते रहेगा. डोमेस्टिक वायलेंस, डिवोर्स केसेस, दैट इज गोइंग टू बी देयर. इंडिया का पॉपुलेशन कम होने वाला नहीं, ये केसेस कम होने वाली. सो डू यू वांट टू मेक अ करियर आउट ऑफ इट व्हिच इज हैपनिंग फॉर लास्ट 500 years, or do you actually want to venture into something which is very exciting and you make a career out of it? So that's the line of thought I want to leave everyone here. Yeah.
no, I think that's a wonderful thought to end our discussion here. I think
Yes.
this panel discussion, and I think it's a great message for the future budding lawyers that they can really encash it. And if we have to sum up the discussion, then we
Yeah, so fintech, I just mentioned, right? Cyber laws and data privacy, fintech opportunities. So because a lot of fintechs coming in India. So these
yeah,
are
fintech.
so
Fintech is
yes,
something which we didn't, I think
yeah,
that's so much. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, definitely. Fintech law is also one dimension, because there is a lot of regulatory agencies. We have
yes,
SEBI, we have, and several other agencies are there. So fintech law is definitely to check and advise on the best practices. And as sir has said, that the role is on educating and advising clients on fintech regulations
mm,
and best practices to mitigate cybersecurity risks in digital transactions. And data privacy, of course, is
mm,
also very much important. So I think these are the great dimensions, very great, very important trajectories. As a cybersecurity lawyer, the world is an open space. Like Sir says, companies like Netflix are employing technology lawyers, and this consumption, like a consumer, this online data consumption is also there. So in multiple ways, I think in every city there is going to be a time where there has to be, every city should come up with a one famous cyber lawyer, and the time is not far. I can see in a decade this is happening, going to
Yes,
happen, because because we are reaching at a point where technology is going nimble, it is getting more refined, and with that the lawyer have to buckle up, they have to stand to the task. So legal system has to either catch up with this, or otherwise it will lead to certain chaos. And in many of the traditional crimes are also committed with the help of technology. So it is
yeah,
something
technology is everywhere nowadays. Technology, you can't escape from technology now in
you
India.
can't escape. You can't escape. So this demand is there, and I think it's great time to encash. So I thank all the panelists, especially Dr. Prashant sir, at the end of this panel discussion. Wonderful, Ma'am Napreet Kaur, for her insights on the child and exposure, the threats for the child, children, women, especially from our own personal
Yeah.
experience also.
Yeah,
So,
these are
Madam,
some of the ways. I mean, somebody was asking this. There are some of the ways you start as a cyber crime professional or a cyber lawyer, that people need help in drafting a registered cyber complaint, recovering money lost in phishing scams, because people know where to complain, how to complain, how to take legal actions. Then all
definitely,
other
definitely. I
compliances. So
think
I've already made one slide on that. Yeah.
definitely. There is one, I think government has started this cybercrime reporting portal is also there. If you
Yes.
talk about
Yeah.
the government initiative, that cybercrime reporting portal, you can report it there, but you should have some evidence, some screenshot or something. So they will route it centrally. That is what I am aware of, that
Yeah.
there's this initiative, but I think it should be further leveraged. It should be further leveraged to another level.
If I can take 1 minute, I'll
Please,
just
please, please,
uh,
sir. You have all the time, please.
actually, if you look at how the artificial intelligence has been coming up, I see there could be tools where lawyers can take the help of the tool in deciding the strategy, how they stand in the court of law. So the entire strategy can be driven by a tool, which can help, right from your drafting and which. So that is where I see AI coming up, and this is going to help a lot of. For example, if my research team takes say 4 to 5 days to research before I uh, go in the court, a tool can do the same job in say 2 hours, and you can be ready with a draft in by next day. And how even the strategy, I mean, looking at the other parties uh, uh, other parties view also, you will get the ready-made many things from the tools. That is one of the areas that I'm going to work in the next 10 to 15 years. That's my third career, I would say, right?
No, no. We are all with you, sir, and we wish you all the best. And we'll like to collaborate you on several aspects in the times to come. It was great listening to you, sir, and I think the suggestions which you have hold tremendous potential.
Yeah.
Right. So thank you. And I think there are some do's and don'ts. I think these are important. Let's take a look. Use strong
Yeah.
passwords, dear audience. Can we
Yeah.
have that do's and don'ts slide, please? Yeah, I think that's wonderful.
Yeah, it is
So
there.
use strong passwords, dear audience. Secure your computer, as Prashant sir is suggesting here very rightly. Update antivirus, anti-malware, hardening of your system, securing mobile devices, back up your critical data, use secure Wi-Fi connections, protect e-identity, and avoid being scammed. And do not share OTP with anyone.
Yeah.
Right? So that's the standard message which everyone gets these days. So on that note, I thank once again the esteemed.
And cyber crimes, I always show this slide at the end of my presentation, is because all humans have the tendency to slip somewhere, and you cannot have a patch for human stupidity. And most of the cyber crimes, maybe 70-80% of them are only because of human stupidity.
Right. That's a very thoughtful quote. to leave the to conclude this panel. So thank you, and I think now over to Madam Dalvinder. You can take the proceedings further.
Thank you so much, Dr. Prashant, Mr. Sunil, and Dr. Navpreet. So it was wonderful, delightful discuss on what is cybersecurity and what's the importance of that current scenario of cyber crimes, types of cyber attacks, why there is a need of practicing cyber law, and many more. So I would request to admission nominee Mr. Bhuvan Sareen to be on the screen. Over to you, sir. Mr. Bhuvan Sareen.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, sir.
Ma'am, please allow me to share my screen, please.
Yes, sir. You can share your screen.
I'm not able to share because it asks permission for that.
Dr. Prashant, can you please stop sharing your screen that Mr. Bhuvan can share the screen? Yes, sir. You can share your screen now, Mr. Bhuvan.
Yes, ma'am, I'm sharing.
Thank you.
I think my screen is visible
Yes.
to all.
Perfect. You can continue.
Yes, thank you very much. It was a great session, and people like me who are from management, so they came to know about so many things about this discipline. I think this is very good for our society also. That plays a very important role because the cases are coming up, and we should be prepared to handle such cases, specifically related to the crime related to the women. So thank you all the seniors who are here for this session. And next a few minutes, I'll be taking you through our university regarding what we have. We have this, if we talk about this LPU, we offer this program. And we are recently accredited with NAC A++ with the highest score of NAC. Along with NAC, we have all the required approvals which are required to start any program like UGC approval we have, even we have for law discipline, BCI approval is required. So we have this approval for Bar Council of India also. Along with this, Council of Architecture, PCI, ITPI approval. So majority of the approvals, we are having it. And if we talk about the membership, we are the member of AIU also. And Indian Association of Universities also, we are the members for that also. If we talk about the placement, recently our students are marking the highest in the terms of placement. The highest goes to 3 crore rupees as the highest package, which goes to the students. And it's not about this one or two students. We are getting the number of students, like good number of students are getting the package above 40 lakh, 50 lakhs. So that marks as an achievement for the university. Like the good number of students are coming up and they are able to get the quality placements through us. So this is some of the claims for our university. Majority of the students are these days, they are getting the package. Even our alumni these days, they are doing very better in terms of their careers. So they are in Google, Yahoo, Apple, Amazon. So they are into that high profile jobs also after passing out from university. If we talk about the rankings, we are getting the good number of rankings from the different sectors. If we talk about engineering, if we talk about the world university rankings, we are 6th in engineering, 2nd in business. If we talk about in clinical health, we are ranked 8. In computer science, we got 9th. In life sciences, we got 12th. So that talks about the university ranking. We got the 2nd ranking in world university rankings. I specifically believe that academics, majority of the universities are talking about academics, but we in LPU, we talks about the sports curriculum because we believe in holistic development. Whenever any student comes to us, we want the students to be in a very good in sports also. We want them to be physically fit, physically and mentally fit. For that, our sports department playing a very important role. We have the students who are doing very well in Olympics. Also, Neeraj Chopra is there. He is a very good name among us. He's a LPU student. Along with this, we have a good number of students. Even hockey team, they go on to win the Olympic gold medal. So we have a good number of achievements for our students in terms of sports, cultural, core cultural activities. So this is what we are here. Even we talk about this campus security, which we are one of the secure campus. We are yet to record any ragging in our campus. So that talks about this campus. We have indoor stadium, shooting range, playground, sports ground, swimming pool, Olympic size. This is all the about my campus. One more thing which is very important for our viewers, that majority of the universities these days we are talking about a scholarship which we will be giving to study in our university. Like majority of the university will tell you the thing. Okay, you want to study in my university, you can apply for our exam and you can get the scholarship. But help you think otherwise. We offer students a scholarship to study in their dream college. Suppose I have a dream of going for IIT. So what I will do is I will apply for LPNS exam. I will qualify LPNS exam. And in this LPNS exam, if I'm happen to be among top 500 applicants, then I will get 1 lakh rupees from LPU as a study grant one time to study in my dream college. That is going to be the very good thing, because majority of the university, this kind of a scheme is not available with any of the university in India. Similarly, for medical, I'm looking for a NEET. I'm a NEET aspirant. I want to go for NEET. And any medical colleges in India, if I'm able to get top 100 applicants in LPNS exam, then I will get 1 lakh rupees to study in my dream college. And if you are able to get admission in AIMS or medical colleges and government and center universities in India. Same is for management. If I'm able to get MBA in AIMS, I will get 1 lakh rupees, top 100 candidates. My rank is to be. And it's not only to management and all, we are giving it for the design also. Even anybody who's going for National Institute of Design, Triple IIT, NIFT, they can qualify LPNS exam, top 100 ranks, they can get it. Similarly for law also. For law, top 100 applicants for LPNS exam, which we are taking for law, they will get 1 lakh rupees as a study grant if they qualify LPNS and they got admission in anywhere India in national law universities. Similarly, we are giving it for the hotel management also, where top 100 applicants will be given 1 lakh rupees to study in there. So that talks about the kind of amount we are giving. And if you see the last year, we offer 5.3 crore rupees to 415 aspirants for engineering, 18 lakh rupees to 6 applicants for management, 21 lakhs to for design, 24 lakhs for law, and 5 lakh rupees for the hotel management. So if you see, we are offering 100 applicants. Applications are very less. So still university is open. Through this platform, I want to request that those students who are interested to join in IITs, IIMs, law, they will definitely come up and apply for LPNS exam and they qualify for this. And process to apply for LPNS is very simple. I hope my screen is visible, no?
Yes,
Yeah,
sir,
your
it's
screen is
visible.
visible. Yes,
It's
yes.
visible.
Yes, simply you just go to my website. It's called lpu.in and you can simply see this is a link, apply now. You can click on this apply now link and you can simply register by giving your name, phone number, email ID. And one more thing, in case you have any query, you can schedule a call with us. We have our WhatsApp number visible. Just WhatsApp. My team will share all the details with you. And we have our LPU live counseling, because these days parents are looking for a live counseling sessions. We always believe that in case parents' participation in the counseling is very important. So in case any applicant who want to interact with us or with our senior faculties, they can always join this counseling session along with the parents. My team will definitely will help them. And along with this, our team is available now in your hometown also. So simply if you go to this LPU in your town, you can explore. My team is available in majority of the cities. All over India, my camp offices will be available and you can easily explore the locations where my team is available and you can actually go and meet them also. So you can see my team is available in Andhra to Assam, northeastern states also we are available. So entire location, just in case somebody is from Rajasthan, they want to see my team, they can easily go and explore that thing. So our teams are available. Delhi, we have the office. So majority of the locations our team is available. So anybody who is interested, you can get the details of my team, which available nearby city. And you can actually go and get the detailed information from my team from your nearby location. We are remotely available. Even in Nagaland, my team is available. So you can see entire team members who are available. Accordingly, you can explore that things. So any question related to my part, I will definitely welcome.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much, Mr. Bhuvan Sareen. As I can see, there are some questions from our participants. Thanks for giving me chance to address your questions. First question is from Megha. How can legal professionals leverage current cybersecurity trends to enhance their expertise and better protect clients' digital assets? Mr. Sunil or Mr. Dr. Prashant can take this question.
Prashant sir, would you like to go for this question?
Yeah. Okay. Can you repeat the question, please? Your
Yeah.
voice was
How
cracking.
can legal professionals leverage current cybersecurity trends to enhance their expertise and better protect clients' digital assets?
Yeah.
So your
Very
camera is
good.
off. Can you just switch it on, Prashant sir?
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
So as I was saying in my talk also, if you look at the syllabus, at least I know Delhi University syllabus and Mumbai University, there are not many subjects which entirely cover cyber law. I mean, cyber law is purely looked at as a science subject, which is a part of engineering. So my first recommendation and suggestion to all law students is that they should start studying cyber law along with their LLB or whatever they are pursuing LLM, right? If other thing is that if there is a specialization available in a university for going for technology law, there are many universities which offer specialized courses. Number two is that. Number three is that whenever a client approaches you and look at what kind of technology currently the client is using, that means you will have to have some relationship with technology also, how it is operating in India and across globe. Once that is done, then look at what kind of threat your client is vulnerable to, number four. And then look at the current laws which are prevalent in India. For example, uh, the policy is that IT Act is the only act that we use as of now. But if you look at sections of IT Act, you will have to always combine the act with some other sections of IPC. Then only the case will stand in the court of law. So that means So you will have to study the IT Act thoroughly. Number two is that if somebody can write, I missed out on a slide on that, Data Privacy Act in India to 2023, which is rolled out on 11th of August. So that is one area that every lawyer or legal professional should explore, because you will encounter, as we go global, you will enter a lot of areas on data privacy. So look at what are the privacy challenges your client is facing, what are the technology aspects they are using, then you can guide them properly. So study IT Act thoroughly, then study the DPDP Act and other technological aspects.
Thank you.
Does that satisfy the query if the student is online? Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Next participant, someone is asking what are the opportunities for law students in LPU? Maybe this is for Mr. Bhuvan Sareen.
Yeah,
Yeah. Mr. Bhuvan Sareen. Okay, let me take the.
Sorry,
Yeah, I
ma'am.
think I can
No
take
problem,
that.
no
Not an
problem.
issue.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
I just missed the question, please.
Yeah. What are the opportunities for law students in LPU?
Oh, that's very good question, ma'am. We have a good number of opportunities, depending upon the options available. If what is the qualification of the student? Is it after class 12 or it is after graduation?
Let me see. This is just the question. What are the opportunities for law student? Class
Ma'am,
12. Class 12.
Class
Yes.
12, ma'am. Yes,
Yes.
ma'am. So simply, can I share my screen once?
Yes, sure.
Yeah, yeah. I think, is it visible? No?
Yes, sir. It's
So
visible.
any applicant who is interested to join my university after class 12, so simply you can go to my website lpu.in, and once you select this program, law discipline, you'll find out the number of courses we are having it. We are having BA LLB program and BB LLB program. So let's take an example for any of the program for BA LLB. So you will explore this program, like this is a 5 years program, and we offer scholarship also to the applicants basis of CUT and LPNS exam or CLAT also. So if you have given any of the examination, you can apply for scholarship also. Basic eligibility stands 60% marks in class 12 with English. So this is the cutoff for university, and you need to qualify LPNS exam or CLAT or CUT. And if I talk about the scholarship, we are giving multiple options. Like anybody who got 95% marks in class 12 or based on LPNS exam or CUT, you can qualify for scholarship. So depending upon this, you can actually apply for scholarship. Like 30% scholarship is available for the student who apply for LPNS exam, category 1 scholarship. And in case you are among 95% marks in class 12, you'll get 30% scholarship and the fees will go down to 84,000 per semester. And those who are having 90 to 94.99, so they will get around 25% of scholarship, fees will go down to 90,000 per semester. And those who are having 80 to 89% or LPNS exam, if you are giving category 3, then you'll get 96,000. If you can see that actual fees is 1,20,000 per semester. So it all depends upon the applicant, their performance in class 12 or LPNS exam or CUT. And I just want to highlight some of the important details also. Like current schedule is available. Those who are looking forward, they can they can apply. Last date is 20 April and exams you can give it from 15 to 20 April. The result we are going to announce by 4th of May and live counseling and seat allocation will be 4th of May. But in case you miss that opportunity, we are going to revive the fee. So it is going to be the scholarship reduction. So right now, if you can see with the current schedule, the scholarship, the highest scholarship is 30%, but after that, it will go down to 25%. So this is a very important update for all the applicants. Those who are aspiring to join law discipline after class 12, you have an option for BBA and BA program, and last dates are coming nearby. So it is requested you can apply for this. And based on this CUT, in case anybody who has given a CUT, so they can also get an option for scholarship based on CUT examination. So top 10% qualified students subject to getting 60% marks, they will get 30% scholarship, 30,000, 36,000 will be the scholarship amount. Next 15% applicant of CUT, they will get 25% of the scholarship amount. And next 25%, they will get 20% of the scholarship. The scholarship amount will go down to 24,000. So this is going to be the scholarship based on CUT. Other than that, we are giving scholarship on the basis of CLAT also. So in case your rank is 1 to 1,000, then you'll get 30%. Then about 1,001 to 2,000, you'll get 25% of scholarship. 2,001 to 5,000, your scholarship will go down to 20%. So based on the LPNS exam, CLAT, CUT, board percentage, there are multiple ways of getting scholarship in our university. I hope I'm able to answer the query.
Yes, sir. I hope you got your answer, dear. Let me take the next question. What are the emerging legal challenges posed by advancement in cybersecurity, and how can legal professionals adapt to address them effectively? Mr. Sunil or
if Sunil ji wants to take it up, otherwise I can address. Sunil ji, आप कर लीजिए.
I'm audible, ma'am.
Yes, sir.
Just can you repeat the question once again, Talinder ma'am?
What are the emerging legal challenges posed by advancements in cybersecurity, and how can legal professionals adapt to address them effectively?
Right. That's a beautiful question. I think that is what we have been discussing so far. If you talk about challenges, then there are, number one, the challenges are of multiple kinds. We need to understand that in a society, peace and order is something which everyone desires. So if we are looking for social security, if we are looking for security for our profession, jobs, and we want a peaceful life, healthy life, good life, which everyone aspires for, a good life, good career, then there are multiple challenges here. One, there is a challenge of cyber threat, like financial crime threat is there, number one. Secondly, online, there are threats. Going away from the traditional threats like simply hacking or phishing, those are very traditional cyber offenses now and are becoming very normal. Spamming is no longer any kind of an offense. It is just something which is a feature, and you can have anti-spam software and some other things installed. But now we are going in an age where your online interaction needs to be secure. Your financial details, etc. So all transactions need to be protected. Your passwords, key passwords. So we are looking at a world with digital locker, right? So the government is also proposing something like a digital locker where you can store your important documents and digitally, and so that no one is making a fake use of your profile, data, certificates in your name. It's not fudging your identity, and you are not misrepresented.
Yeah.
And another threat is about which you may face online in your online interaction, is about your own reputation being harmed in one way or the other.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much, sir. Sir, Mr. Bhuvan Sareen ji, same person is asking, why is sports scholarship not given to the law programs? Mr. Bhuvan.
Hanji, ma'am. Sorry.
Yeah.
Actually, sports scholarship, the reason is that what I can see is like majority of the law student, you have to attend the classes. And this program is under Bar Council of India. And you majority of the time you have to attend the classes and all. So that might be the reason, because as a sports quota player, you might be busy in the sports and all. So you might not be able to attend the classes. And this program is not under distance, or we cannot run under part-time or any other mode. So that is a limitation on the university side. So that might be the one of the reason. You
Yeah,
have to
thank you
attend
so
the
much.
classes, and it is under Bar Council of India.
Yeah.
Actually, the benchmark which is set by Bar Council of India is very high in terms of attendance. That is minimum 75%. So that is the reason we don't have the learning of law in distance mode. We have a regular program feature, and due to that, we abide by it. However, we do promote, we have people, students who do participate. So after the classes are over, they are given ample opportunity and time. And there are opportunities, and they can involve themselves in practice, evening practice and otherwise. And that they are given ample exposure. University has adequate infrastructure for the same.
Thank you so much, sir. I hope all the participants got the answers from our experts. As we come to the end of this webinar, I want to express my deepest gratitude to our experts for sharing their valuable insights and expertise with us. Your presence, enthusiasm, and active participation have made this experience truly special. Hopefully, the attendees found this webinar to be valuable and will be able to utilize the information for better decision making regarding their admissions. If anyone wants to assess this webinar again, they can visit a website that is lpu.in or can be assessed on YouTube also. Stay connected with us for future webinars. Until we meet again, with the permission of my seniors, I would be signing off this webinar. Take care and goodbye. Have a nice day.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much.